Hello, I am Richard Cooper, your friendly unlicensed hypocritical dating coach, professional finger pointer, and full-time incel of the century, sitting here all by myself in my mother's basement as always. You may know me from my extensive work relentlessly and childishly talking shit about single mothers online, including the ones I don't know and who have done nothing to me, even though I am a divorced single father myself. But, hey, self-awareness is not exactly my brand. So allow me to walk you through how I publicly shame single mothers to mask my own insecurities about how I myself can't get laid, much less maintain a healthy marriage. Spoiler alert, by telling single mothers that men like me don't want them, I'm actually giving them an enormous compliment. So, let's begin. I promote vicious and unwarranted discrimination, stereotyping, bullying, and in some cases, even victim shaming, against single mothers as if I am 10 years old instead of 100, but I conveniently don't apply the same logic to single fathers. Why? Because logic is for losers. But wait, there's more. By victim shaming women who escaped abusive relationships and engaging other but ugly rejects like myself in these commentaries, I avoid reflecting on my own emotional baggage. Brilliant, right? Now, as you can plainly see, I am a fugly-assed, gray-bearded, bald-headed old fart who nobody, especially beautiful women, looks at twice and wouldn't even touch with a 100,000-foot pole. So, in order to feel better about that fact, I don't just tell men not to date single mothers. Oh, no. I tell other single fathers not to date them too, even though these women couldn't care less that a one like me doesn't want them and that my equally lonely and unattractive minions don't want them either anyway. Genius, right? Because nothing says wise dating advice like telling individuals to avoid others in their same exact situation in the same way that I avoid introspection and accountability. I mean, you'd think after life handed me a huge slice of karma pie that I would develop some empathy for women raising children alone just like I am, especially those who escaped abusive boyfriends or husbands or respected their children's rights to the life force by refusing to abort them against the deadbeat father's wishes, but nope. I am still here, acting as if all types of sexy women are just melting all over me and blaming women who would rather kiss a gutter than kiss me because they are done with men like me. So do I truly believe single mothers are worse people than single fathers? Or am I just a bitter, gross-looking old misogynist who is mad because karma finally caught up with me? One can only speculate. Maybe it's Maybelline. Or maybe it's the fact that I am a dried-up ratty old geek who looks like I smell like urine and mothballs who none of them even want anyway. Either way, the narrative I love to push is that single mothers are immoral, promiscuous, and irresponsible sluts for having children out of wedlock and for being stupid enough to choose to be with men who turned out to be abusive. It's a great cover for my own involuntary celibacy and, let's face it, the butt hurt I feel for watching all the hot chicks I so desperately want choosing all these strapping young studs over me. But, let's be real for a second. The women I bash are not responsible for the abuse they suffered. The men who abused them are. Even if they had consensual sex, married or not. That never justifies the abuse these men gave them. Abuse is a choice. There is no excuse for it. And fun fact, non-consensual insemination is actually a thing. Oh yeah, some abusive men purposely ejaculate inside women against their will to deliberately trap them with a baby. So yes, even if the sex between both parties started out consensually, when a man knowingly splooges inside of a woman without her consent, this crosses over into sexual assault. I mean, he knows when he's about to come, not the woman. Too bad I don't get to use that idea to victim shame single mothers, or to drop my favorite line, well, it's your fault for opening your legs up to a bad boy in the first place. Maybe if I invested in Botox, a hair transplant, a gym membership, and possibly a hobby, I wouldn't be so bitter and hateful towards an entire demographic of women and children I never even met. But then again, piling abuse onto women who have already endured enough abuse is just so fun and really makes me and other smelly old repulsive toads like myself feel so much better. You know, like emotionally stunted teenagers trapped in aging bodies. In fact, if I myself make a woman into a single mother too. If I ever even get that lucky in my lifetime, that is. And then convince all my flying monkey supporters to blame her for my own horrible actions as well, why, that will help my cause even more. I'm a genius. Oh, right, the camera is still rolling. Anyway, to all you gorgeous single mothers out there, keep doing what you're doing, avoiding aged narcissistic men with no lives, no friends, no money, no jobs, no swag, no game, no education, no girlfriends, no wives, and no beauty either inner or outer like myself. You're doing an excellent job. One day, you will find a good man who is everything I am not and can only hope to be. Handsome, youthful, intelligent, charismatic, mature, and Christian, who will sweep you off your feet and love both you and your children as his own if you still want that and or do not yet already have that. Meanwhile, I will always be stuck here, yelling at a camera and selling snake oil to my fellow pug ugly old losers who will always be living in their mother's basements as well, masturbating to women they can only dream of betting. They can check out my extremely self-published ebook, The Butt-Plugged Beta, the Unplugged Alpha, because nothing screams alpha like crying on the internet about women living rent-free in my head. Not to mention, if my own daughter becomes a single mother herself someday, all of my videos and my ebook will age just as badly as I did. Maybe I should buy my own book, because, hell, even I wouldn't date me. So single mothers, if you are recovering from an abusive relationship with your children's fathers, you deserve support, not stigma, judgment, or victim blaming. No one should ever be bullied for leaving an abusive partner. If you want to learn more about why you are not at fault for the abuse you have endured, check out the links in the description. And remember, you are not the problem. I am.